For the life of me, I do not understand what is so hard about not being a creep. What up, y'all? It's your boy Nick. I'm just getting home from work. It is currently midnight right now, so I can't be too loud. I have to be tamed. I have to be calm. I don't want to get complaints from my neighbors. And just a quick disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. I'm not saying nobody's guilty. Everything is alleged. I'm just here to discuss. So Shannon Sharpe completes a prophecy, and he's the latest from the old Undisputed trio to get brought into a nasty case. If you remember, allegedly, Skip was caught being a creep to a makeup artist, and Joy Taylor allegedly slept her way to the top. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've heard any updates from that case. It seems like that story kind of just went away. Shannon Sharpe has consistently been in the headlines this week after a bombshell lawsuit dropped earlier this week from a 20-year-old OnlyFans model accusing him of taking advantage of her, and she's suing him for $50 million. And now this is YouTube. The only reason I'm saying taking advantage of is because I don't know which words I can use, so I'm trying to avoid saying that four-letter R word. The thing that's funny and fascinating to me about this whole situation is that it seems like nobody's talking about the actual crime that's being alleged here. It seems like the only thing that people are focusing on is the age gap. And now for me personally, I'm 31 years old. I would feel weird talking to an 18, 19, 20-year-old girl. That's just me. But when it comes to other people, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, as long as you ain't taking advantage of nobody, I don't care what you do. So I don't care about age gap dating. I don't care about interracial dating, homosexuality. I do not care. As long as it is two consenting adults and both of you are fine with your relationship, that is none of my business. And for me personally, what I read, I don't believe this actually happened. It just seems like a money grab to me. I could be completely wrong, but from what I read so far, seems like a money grab. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. I feel like that's why more people aren't focusing on the crime. They're focusing on age gap and a bunch of other stuff because people don't believe this. But on the outside, me and you, we don't know anything. We weren't there. We don't know the relationship. So it could go either way. All we can do is watch and wait for it to play out in court. But the accuser did leak a phone call between her and Shannon did say on the phone call, unless it's AI, I'm going to choke you or something in that matter.
I don't want to be, don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the shit out of you when I see you.
And you might think, well, maybe it's out of context, blah, blah, blah. But then another report came out that allegedly he choked an old co-worker at Fox Sports. A new report came out Thursday that Shannon allegedly choked a female production assistant at FS1. Now, representatives from Shannon said that there was no incident of choking involving Shannon. The representative continued to go on and say on one occasion, he and a few colleagues were involved in some light physical interactions in a playful context. Fox Sports later chose to resolve the matter privately. For further details, we recommend contacting Fox directly. The article also does say that while no lawsuit was filed, Fox Sports and Shannon settled with the accuser for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, so maybe I don't know how things work. Maybe I just don't know how the industry is. But for me, I am not going to settle with somebody if I did not do something. If I know that I'm innocent, I'm not giving you a dime. And to me, that's what's so confusing about this lawsuit with the original OnlyFans accuser, because she's suing him for $50 million. Allegedly, Shannon and his team offered her $10 million for this to go away. I'm not doing that. To me, that's crazy. I am not giving you a dime if I know I didn't do anything. I am going down with a burning ship if anybody accuses me of doing something that I did not do. Now, Shannon is on the older side, so I don't know how good he is with technology, or I don't know if he's just stupid, but it looks like somebody from Shannon's PR team sent him a statement to release. And again, I don't know if he's stupid, but this man literally screenshotted the text message instead of copying and pasting. Maybe he did it on purpose, I don't know, but he did announce in his statement that he is stepping away from ESPN until the start of the NFL season, which I think is a good thing. I can only imagine how awkward it was, whether it was on camera or behind the scenes, just working with Shannon on Monday and Tuesday when these articles and these accusations came out and just acting like nothing happened. Did Shannon actually do what he's being accused of? I don't know. Based on what I read, it seems like they had some weird, freaky kind of relationship going on. Like they were into some weird, like fetish stuff. Hey, to each his own, do whatever you want to do. If Shannon actually did what he's being accused of doing, I hope he rots in hell for all of eternity. Now, the lawyer and the woman, if they're lying and they're just trying to use this situation as a money grab, not only is that disrespectful to all the women that are actually victims out there, but I hope they get exposed for being frauds that they might be, and I hope they get countersued. The lawyer in this case, Tony BuzBee, has an interesting history. He was the lawyer for a bunch of women in the Deshaun Watson case, and in case you don't know how I feel about Deshaun Watson, that guy. He was just in some BS case with Jay-Z where the accuser was quickly proven to be lying. He was about to get involved with the P. Diddy case before withdrawing his name, and now he's representing a woman trying to take Shannon down. Shannon has to be smarter than this, and especially with the way that he's acted over the last few years, it seemed like he was very focused on not ruining this opportunity and really taking advantage of the publicity and all the support that he's gotten over the years, especially once Cat Williams changed that man's life. Fellas, you do not need to sleep with that woman. You do not need to harass your coworkers. Stop touching your coworkers' thighs. Stop touching your coworkers' shoulders. Leave her alone. If it's not your coworker, if it's just a woman in general, if she says no, leave her alone. I just don't understand the brains of some people, especially when I see people in media and basically anybody with any sort of platform, any media member, any content creators, actors, musicians, athletes, whatever. It's like they will have all the money and the resources in the world, and then they'll see a woman and be like, man, let me just throw all of this away. And I just don't get it. And like I said earlier, I don't mind interracial dating. You know, I'm black. You know, I might have dipped in some snow every once in a while. I might have, you know, dipped into some Latina mommies every once in a while. Do your thing. Do what you want to do in the bedroom. I hate learning more about people in the bedroom and what they do on their private time. I don't need to know that. But when interracial dating with white women, I've never understood the dudes that are into like slavery role play. Like any white woman I mess with, I don't want her calling me the N-word. Like I don't want her telling me to call her master. I don't want her whipping me or nothing like that. Like the text messages that Shannon put out, and she was saying like, you know, put a giant black baby in me. I want that black gravy inside of me and stuff like that. They would seem like they was on some weird stuff. Like Shannon is accusing that all of this was consensual. They were into like BDSM. I think that's when it's like, you know, choking and binding and all that stuff. Seems like they was on some real freaky stuff. Like Shannon is also accusing that this woman might put out some sort of sex tape. Please, for the love of God, I do not want to see Shannon Sharpe having sex with anyone. But Shannon is accusing that they're going to put this video out and they're going to edit it to make it look a certain way. And Shannon was like, no, don't put out a 30-second video. Show the whole 10 minutes. You never want to be in a situation where you're saying, no, just release the whole sex tape. I don't know if this is just divine timing or what, but to me, it is interesting that all of this stuff is coming out after it was reported that Shannon might get, I think, like $100 million contract or something like that. I haven't looked too much into it. It is some weird conspiracy theory going around on Twitter that Matt Barnes exposed that Shaquille O'Neal has something to do with all these stuff coming out or something like that. I don't know. I don't care that much. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole. Look it up on Twitter or Reddit. I'm sure it's on Reddit if you want to know more about that. But this is all just stupid. It's late right now. I wish that I can yell and be more energetic. But like I said, I don't want my neighbors to get upset. But this is all stupid to me. I hope everything is false. I don't want to call that the woman is lying or blah, 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 but I just hope none of this stuff is true. But thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. We talk about a bunch of different things on this channel. What are your thoughts on this whole Shannon Sharpe situation? By the time this video comes out, I don't know what time this video comes out. It might be something else he's being accused of. So I don't know. Let me just know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think he's lying? What's your opinion on age gap and interracial dating? Whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. Love you guys. As always, remember to tell somebody that you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.